My name is Tony Burtis. Welcome to Western Door Paranormal Studies. We are here at the Richardson Complex in Buffalo, New York. For the full history on the Richardson Complex, just check out the story. I have it on my Western Door Paranormal Facebook page. In short, it used to be a psychiatric ward. It was shut down, and now it's being redeveloped and turned into a tourist attraction as part of the Olmsted Park. What I'm going to do tonight, I'm just going to simply circumvent the complex, and the video camera is going to be running, and I'm going to have my K2 meter. Now I'm just going to see if all the construction on this place has possibly stirred up some spirits that may have been a little bit dormant. There has been some stories that come out of the complex, like any old psychiatric ward. I'm just going to see if I can pick up on anything tonight. I'm just going to do one lap around it with the video camera. It's more of a research thing, but if we're lucky, maybe we can communicate with the spirits of the past. And if I do get K2 hits and K2 activity, of course I'll stop and I will do my best to document it. And every now and then I'm going to try to communicate with some spirits while I'm roaming this particular park. Well, actually, the Right Buyer has it. I think the Olmsted Conservatory has it, and that's how it's being so well reconditioned. I wish I could just walk up to that door because it's all lit up inside now. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely taking one. Granted, I can't come inside, but if you're on the grounds, you let me know if you're here. Yeah, but you would have had to yell cheese. You would have had to yell cheese every time. Is there anybody on the grounds? Uh-huh. I'm sure the treatment in here versus the treatment in there is night and day. Well, you got schizophrenics in there, people who just can't function, families can't take care of them anymore, and they can't go to old age. When we got around to the back of the complex, we hit a massive pocket of K2 activity. Of course, caused by heavy EMF fields. At first, it was pretty exciting. The K2 was going from green all the way to red, but then it became a little too consistent with me, as I began to mention during the clip. Usually when K2 is that consistent, there's usually an explanation that's not exactly paranormal. And in this situation, it was right in the area where there was a lot of construction going on and probably a lot of exposed wires. Due to the fact that the EMF field was super consistent for a long period of time, as you will hear me mention and illustrate, I don't believe it's paranormal, but it's a good indication of what you can encounter on an investigation of this nature. And the K2 right here, right here.
I also have that, and he's probably has some.
Okay, well, let's have you back up. Back. No, I have a huge EMF right here. It's going off the charts. Go back about another 10 feet. Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Think it might be those? possible. It's kind of consistent too. Yeah, it could have a lot to do with that right there. That trench. Yeah. I'll buy that.
Because that's how wired, a lot of wires in there.
Yeah. 'Cause that's a shame. Damn it, it's so consistent, it's so strong, but...
You can hear it still buzzing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
Yeah. Be interesting to see if it actually stops once we pass that trench. But you're right, I really don't. There'd have to be an entire battalion of ghosts out here, which is not unplausible. But usually, when something's that consistent, it's too good to be true. There's got to be another explanation. Anybody here still feel they need help? Now there came a point during the little walkthrough where we came across a peculiar odor that we couldn't explain. In itself, not highly unusual. However, at that point the K2 began to register an EMF field. Now it could have easily been remnants of the construction I had mentioned earlier, but it was far fainter and it was further away from the area that had the construction. So, seeing that it was consistent with the strange odor, one has to ask, was that odor a spirit, and was the K2 actually picking it up? Yeah, it's not scent. And my K2's going off again as we're smelling that.
I wonder if it's the smell of the carnival.
That's not a car, it's more of a musty. Somebody here?
They could turn these into apartments.
Well, there are going to be some apartments. It's going to be also part of the college campus. There's going to be shops in there. There's going to be apartments.
Apartments too?
Yeah. But I think it's going to be more for like the college students, though.
That's not mine.
No, I know. You know, I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would have plenty of entertaining moments that average people couldn't handle.
Stuff is probably still in there.
Oh, I guarantee it. Beds, wheelchairs, equipment, all kind of gadgetry. Now, there was a certain point where we came across an open window. Now, of course, we weren't going to illegally go inside the complex, but I was able to get the video camera to go inside the window to get a sneak peek, so to speak, at the inside of the complex, at the very least one room. Turns out this wasn't exactly a wasted venture. Now, Felina at one point says the word nice, and in a low male voice, a spirit seems to repeat the words nice.
Nice.
Yeah, we're getting away from all, well, it's still, again though, it's too... V.V.P, it stands for Video Voice Phenomenon. It's when you catch a disembodied voice on a video recording device, very similar to an EVP. Now, most of the times these are picked up during question and answer sessions. However, it's not unheard of for one to just kind of interject itself into a normal conversation. Now, this particular time, this is exactly what happens as this V.V.P interjects itself in one of our random conversations.
Pay attention or I'm gonna fall, break my ankle.
Yeah, let's not have you do that. At one point we got distracted by a bunch of lanterns and we began talking about it. As we were talking about the lanterns, an unknown voice just interjects with the word yes. We got things like that.
I think that is my tree.
That one?
That's right there. Because it had arm. You can climb up into it.
Yeah.
So it got bigger through the years. Surprised my tree's still there.
The Richardson Complex certainly didn't disappoint when it came to paranormal activity on the outside as well as on the inside. Further proof that you don't always have to go inside of a structure to catch ghostly activity. And in this case, once again, I've shown that something like this can actually be picked up in the daytime as well at night. I can only imagine what kind of activity goes on inside the complex. Hopefully, one day we'll get a chance to find out.